It's only war-torn countries, countries that are suffering from instability, conflict, economic decline, criminality. It's those countries that lose their cultural heritage, the most vulnerable. The United States is probably like the sole nation out of all people that are working strategic competition that cares about this type of activity.
It was a family that was going through their deceased father's personal effects, and they came across some what appeared to be very valuable Asian art. There were some scrolls, there was some pottery, there was an ancient map. It looked old and it looked valuable, and because of this, they did a little research and they determined that at least the scrolls had been entered about 20 years ago in the FBI's National Stolen Art File. And once they realized that they were stolen, they reached out to the FBI. Whenever we're conducting an investigation, we never go it alone. And this is no exception. We have our partners at the Smithsonian. We immediately engaged with our partners at DoD to figure out a way that we can get the logistics in place to transfer these artifacts back to Okinawa where they belong.
I'm a 38 Golf 6 Victor, which is a Heritage and Preservation Officer. And in that position, we are trained to preserve cultural heritage. And this position stemmed from the World War II job with the Monuments Men and Women. And it's an innovative, newer initiative where we're trying to be more proactive than reactive. Cultural heritage is the foundation of people. So, it's not necessarily just works of art, but it helps tell the story of people who are no longer here.
The FBI reached out, asked us for some help, making sure that they knew how to care for the works and that they had a safe place while they worked out the repatriation details. So it is a group of 22 works. There are some paintings, there's some ceramics.
It's an exciting moment when you watch the scroll unfurl in front of you and you just witness history and you witness something that hasn't been seen by many people in a very long time. These were especially important because they were Okinawan kings dating back to the 19th century. And it doesn't take long to look at this before you realize that this is really something that needs to be repatriated. It's going on a military transport to Okinawa. It's going to be assisted along the way with our partners at NCIS to make sure that it gets there safely.
My crew and I are just really excited to be part of this opportunity. We're going to also create better ties with our regional partners in the present, while also training for future exercises in the Pacific. So it'll be a great opportunity to get some training done while also doing something diplomatically sensitive and returning artifacts where they really belong.
It's a big deal for me personally because this is pretty much the same exact action that the Monuments Men and Women of World War II did. So we're building off of their legacy of what they acted, what they went through, the sacrifice and service to return cultural heritage back to the rightful owner. So being able to do this now in 2024 is a big deal for me.
Not only are we turning it over to Colonel DeJesse, but we're turning it over to his team, and that team has been an intrinsic part of the entire process. The crating, the shipping, everything, and to see it all come together, I think is just a great day for the FBI's art crime team.
If you meet people from around the world, cultural heritage and works of art, like some of them might see it as an extension of themselves. Like people have put themselves on the line to protect their cultural heritage and the story of their people. You learn from the past, but you also have actions that show that you are trying to be a better person or have better relationships in the future.
To be able to return these stolen artifacts to where they belong after all this time, it's just huge. And it's something I'll remember for the rest of my career and my life.
These 22 objects represent a significant piece of Okinawan history. It's humbling to see everybody coming together, for lack of a better term, than to just do the right thing. It's important for our country, and it's important for the Okinawans to get this cultural property delivered back to them as safely as possible.